Today, Precarious plays
Hades. Okay, who's left? Ares, Dionysus. I need to stop having such a good time.
Okay.
Well, that thing happened. Have you ever, like, smiled so hard that it was distracting you from what you were doing in, like, a physical sense?
Yeah, like it starts to hurt your face.
Yeah. And that fight against the bull should have gone better, because, like, the bow is a great weapon to use against that boss. Mm-hmm. Especially without the pact mucking things up.
So has anything sort of new, like mechanically or anything, been revealed to you during your cleanup phase, or are you just playing the same sort of stuff?
I think I learned some new thing, but I'm trying to remember what it was. I really wish I didn't have the double arrow thing, like that small range reduction. Mm-hmm. Keeps messing me up just enough, you know? Well, no, I would have wanted to go this way just to avoid conflict anyway. Mm-hmm. But I actually probably should have just tried to hold out and see if I could get an anvil at the end. To just re-roll the one that I didn't like. Mm-hmm. Maybe I can get a complementary power that will, increase the range a little bit. Mm-hmm. Maybe there's one that will counterbalance the negative effects.
Yeah.
Oops.
So, do you think that we are going to be able to get everybody in this run?
We're getting pretty close to the end, and I think that there's some sort of... It's not something that I've looked up. It's just something that I've kind of sensed over time. Mm-hmm. I think that they do... I think that they do some sort of set crafting of some sort.
Yeah.
Where, like, a couple of gods are chosen over a run that will show up a few different times.
Yeah.
And then you can use your charms here to manipulate that. Mm-hmm. I might be able to get one more, but I don't really need to, because I think I've already gotten over half of them. Mm. Hold on, let me... Zeus and Poseidon and Athena and Artemis and Demeter. Yeah, so I'll just do it one more time and it should be fine.
So what are some of the things that you had to do to get to this point where we unlocked family reunion time?
Does that work? How does that... Oh, that's horrible. Oh, I've made my primary shot awful. Oh no. I mean, I'm sure it's really powerful, but I'm not in the mental... I'm not in a mental state to use that way. Ah, jeez. Okay, hold on.
Those tropes are not for you.
I had to gossip about Zeus.
Uh-huh.
I had to confirm with Ares that I had, in fact, killed thousands of enemies.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's true.
Yeah, it said, like, oh, you have to kill 10,000 enemies before Ares will really appreciate your efforts. And then that was not exactly correct. What they really meant was, over the course of the game, you must have killed 10,000 enemies. Mm. You don't have to do it once he's watching. He's always watching. He is always got an eye out for the murders. Right?
Yeah, he's keeping score.
Oh, terrible. It's terrible. 53 animal beat up now. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, just as long as I get through. Ooh, you know what I could do? Oh, let's just do this.
Did you just...
You know it.
Okay. Now I see what you were trying not to spoil.
That's the new mechanical thing, by the way.
Okay. So you were being clever. You're like, I can't remember what it is. I don't know what you're talking about. I know I did a new thing, but I don't know what it was.
Yeah. Nope, too slow.
So you can literally just drop Boldy on people.
Yeah, I mean, it runs on the same resource and mechanic as calling Dusa.
Yeah, but...
Boy, I am pooching it. I'm pooching it something fierce.
So, what we did... So, let me talk a little bit more about Crypt of the Necrodancer, but in a very brief way. So, what we did a little after the holiday or before the holiday, I can't remember, but we got a Switch early this year with pretty much the sole purpose of playing Animal Crossing. And so what we did recently was like try to find a few things to flesh out like more stuff to play on that system. And Crypt of the Necrodancer was one of those things, but also I started playing Octopath Traveler, which I'm really just barely getting into it. And it's like pretty satisfying, but it feels like it's missing stuff already, so I don't know how to feel about it. And then we also got... Oh, I can't remember the name of it right now, but I haven't started playing it yet. It is the Castlevania that is not a Castlevania.
Bloodstained.
Bloodstained. Yeah, so we got Bloodstained, and was that all? Oh, and
Katamari.
we got Katamari. Aw, yeah, we did. You know, the funny thing about Katamari is that I've always liked it, but now because it's so convenient, I can like play it while I'm talking on the phone with people that I don't need to listen to 100%. It's been very soothing. Because it's just like, yeah,
No! I will murder you all!
But I've been really appreciating the Switch a lot more lately because
Time to collect.
I've come to the realization that it's just a bigger Game Boy.
Yeah.
And I played the bejesus out of my Game Boy SP. I played it until it broke. Like the shoulder buttons broke.
Power of Olympus.
So, and then I couldn't find it. I really wonder where it is now. I think I have not...
I trust your ferry boatman Charon has no qualms about the freezing temperatures up here.
I'm not a person who gets rid of old game systems when I'm done playing them because they don't like stop working most of the time. And even when they do like have iffy shoulder buttons or whatever, it's just sentimental and not that big, so why not keep it? Because I mean, like, think about the time you spend with a game system. There's like, it's so much.
He returns.
But
Dare you clash
I really, really enjoyed playing a variety of different games on the Switch recently, and I think I'm sold. Like, I didn't see the point of it for a while until Animal Crossing, but I really like 3DS very, very well, and I've played that a lot very happily. But this is like way better. Like my hand, like the way that the gamepad is shaped is just so much more comfortable to play, and it's been like awesome. And I'm glad that I went through and picked out a bunch of games to play for a little while. Now you played Bloodstained. You've gotten to the point where you're done with Bloodstained for the time being, right?
No.
No?
No. I'm gonna play some of the alternate modes that they have.
But you have some opinions about Bloodstained.
Yeah.
But like the overall,
Surprisingly negative for how much I would still just say like, yeah, I mean, play it.
yeah, play it. So it's like, yes, it is worth your time, but also here are 15 or 16 things. Here's my wish list for if this game were better.
I don't think I actually got to the point that I wanted to make about it whenever I was talking about it. Whenever I think we were playing Minish Cap. Mm-hmm. I think I said that if you wanted Symphony of the Night 2, it was probably exactly the game you wanted. Mm-hmm. I didn't want Symphony of the Night 2. I wanted Order of Ecclesia 2.
Oh, yeah.
That's the game I wanted.
That's one champion unseated.
And I actually started playing that game again
Yeah?
recently. Hey, Jade. And
Well, I mean, it's been a while, hasn't it?
yeah, and I there are a lot of little touches in that title that I now resent Bloodstained for not having. So just as a one quick example right at the end of this episode, Miriam's Black Panther effect, like the dash, the let you move around with a bit of an aura to bounce things away and break candles.
Yeah.
Miriam's version of that is so ugly and unrefined and distracting compared to Shinoa's. Mm-hmm. Because Shinoa's is a very like muted sort of greenish color, I think, and is very subdued. And I mean, it's a sprite to match her. And it has this, it tilts up and down ever so slightly to match the direction you're traveling in, you know? Mm-hmm. It's got a little bit of nuance on it, right? It looks good. It looks good and it gives you some nice feedback. Miriam's, it's just this huge, distracting blue particle effect. And it's gross. And again, it's distracting. And it is worse. It's probably the worst version of that style of power that I've seen in a Castlevania of that style.
But still, like, play it.
But yeah, I mean, play it. Yeah, sure. It still like clears the bar. I just feel like it clears the bar probably still for me under Symphony of the Night.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. Like I would probably put it down with like Dawn of Sorrow for Castlevania games that I'm looking to revisit.